Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and today I'm going to be playing some GTA Online. Well, more to the point, I'm going to be making a guide on how to make money for those starting out on GTA Online. Now I know the game has been out for quite some time, however, if you are like myself and you are just starting out on the game, you will be struggling for some money. So I'm going to show you in this guide how I make my money in what I think is the most lucrative way of making money when starting out in GTA Online. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and why not check out some of my other videos here on the channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. As this guide is intended for players that are just starting out, I'm going to be covering some cars that you guys can easily find on the map. Now this would be the Tornado, which you just saw there. Now it's important to note that all these cars do spawn on the Grove Street. You can also find them in a specific location for the Vagos, but I'm just going to show you the Grove Street as it is the easiest. And these cars will sell for a decent amount of money as they are already modified and customized. The second car is the Buccaneer, which it looks like this. Obviously it won't have the big thing on the hood, the flight trap, whatever it's called. And all of these cars either spawn in purple for the ballers, green for the families, and yellow variants for the Vargos. The third car that will spawn will be the payout, and the final car, which is right down there with the side fenders and everything on with the flames, is the Mañana. Now all of these cars do spawn on Grove Street, and in order to spawn them you will need one of these sort of variants of cars that are not modified to get them to spawn, and these simple versions of these cars can be found throughout GTA. Once you have the simple version or even the modified version as I do now, you'll want to drive down the Grove. It doesn't really matter what time of day it is, although I do find that in the early hours of the morning, so something around say 5-6ish, they don't really tend to spawn that often. However, throughout the day they will spawn if you have the right car. You may need to drive up and down Grove a couple of times before they do spawn. However, as you will see, they sell for a decent amount of money. So one has spawned for me. It is purple, so that is a car that belongs to the ballers. Obviously I'm going to try and cut him off, and because these cars are already customized, they will sell for a hefty amount of money. The modified Tornado with the soft top will sell for around $13,000, whereas the simple one with the hard top will sell around $7,000 or $8,000, whereas the Mañana will sell for about the same price, $7,000 to $8,000. The Payonte will sell for around $12,000 to $13,000, as well as the Buccaneer, with the Buccaneer being the most expensive car. Also, do bear in mind that when you steal these cars, you are stealing them from gangsters, so that means you may end up being shot at, as you can see in this clip. If you do get killed, don't worry about it, don't fret about it. Just basically make your way back to where the car was and try again. Once you got away from the gangsters, make your way to Los Santos Customs, then repair the car and sell it off. Very important note here, once you've sold off the car, don't forget to bank your money, as the money does not necessarily automatically go into your bank, so you will want to do that. You will also want to be careful how you drive it. You don't want to do too much damage to it, because the more damage you do to it, the more the repair bill will cost. And as I was saying before, in terms of the money, you do get the money in your pocket basically, and you will need to bring out your phone and deposit your money into the bank so that when you do get killed, you don't lose your money. So I'm going to make my way into Los Santos Customs. I am going to sell it, and we'll see how much money we get for this. I think it is somewhere around $7,000 to $8,000, which is not bad. You can also go around selling other sorts of cars, such as the baller SUVs, which will roughly bring you in somewhere around $8,000 to $9,000. And you can also find the I think it's called Umbermacht, which does sell for around $7,000 to $8,000. And again, don't forget to deposit your money into the bank so you don't lose it. Okay, so once you have built yourself a hefty amount, say $50,000, you will want to register as a VIP. Very important note here, you don't need to spend, or you will not spend the money, but you do need to have that money in your bank account. Also, you will need to find yourself a chopper, and I'll show you how to find a helicopter. And once you've registered as a VIP, you can do VIP missions, which will pay out quite well. I'm going to show you 3 VIP missions that do pay really well for the amount of time that you spend. And do bear in mind, this is a guide that, of course, is designed for people just starting out in the game or just need some quick cash. Also, another way of making money in the game is by taking cars to Simeon. So from time to time, Simeon will send you a text with a list of cars that he wants. Once you find one, you will get a 2-star wanted level. So go into Los Santos Customs, you will lose your wanted level, change the paint out, just put on the cheapest paint, and then you have to carefully drive it to the waypoint where Simon's warehouse is, Simeon I meant, and obviously as a reward you will get a nice amount of money, somewhere ranging between $3,000 to maybe $8,000. That is also worth keeping in mind if you are just fresh off the plane. And as you can see, I have gone to a spot that does spawn helicopters. Once I get myself in the helicopter, I will register as a CEO or register as a VIP. I think I'm already a VIP. If not, I don't think I am. I think this is a fresh session, so I'm going to show you what it'll look like. You will have registered as a VIP. You will want to do that in your interaction menu. Wait for the prompt on the screen. After that, you will want to go to VIP work, and there are 3 jobs here that pay out quite well. One would be Headhunter, the other one would be Siteseer. Both of these pay out somewhere around $23,000. They are fairly easy to do, especially if you've got yourself a helicopter. And the other one is Hostile Takeover, which is fairly easy. It only pays out somewhere around $13,000 to $14,000, but it's very easy to do. So I've started out Siteseer. You will have to find 3 briefcases. Before each briefcase, you will have a mini game to complete, which will unlock the location of a briefcase. Once you've collected all 3 briefcases, you will be awarded somewhere around $23,000, and then you will have a cooldown timer of around 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how quick you complete it. Obviously, by using a helicopter, you will avoid all the traffic and all the bends and turns in the road, so you will get to your destination a lot faster, which means you will most likely have to wait somewhere around 3 minutes, which isn't necessarily a problem. If you have waited an hour or an hour has passed since you last sold a car, you can go back to Grove and try and get another car to sell at Los Santos Customs. Once you've made your way to the destination of the briefcase, just find a suitable location to land. It may be tricky from time to time, but do be careful, as the helicopters can explode if you don't land them properly, and we will need this further on down the line. Once you've landed, just go and pick up the briefcase, get back into the helicopter, wait for the propeller to start spinning before you access your phone again. Bring out your phone and complete the next mini game and go to the next location to pick up the next briefcase. So with Siteseer, as I said before, you will have to pick up 3 briefcases. This is fairly easy. It only takes a couple of minutes and awards a great deal of money. And once you have completed this mission, as you can see, I got $22,000, which is a good decent amount for the amount of work and time that I spent. And same is true for the other missions. As you can see, and as I'll show you, you will have a cooldown timer before you can pick up the next VIP mission. The good thing about this is that once you have registered as a VIP, you will be considered a VIP until you resign your position, or until you exit the game. The next job I'm going to show you guys is called Hostile Takeover. So I'm waiting for the cooldown timer. I'm going to choose the Los Santos International Airport as I find this one the easiest to do. And I actually quite like it. And I'm going to show you guys how to do this really easily and really quickly. Once you have started the mission, you'll want to make your way to the hangar in front of us. There you will want to land the helicopter with the front of the cockpit facing the hangar. This is very important and you'll see exactly why later on. You may get a plane to spawn in, you may not, it doesn't really matter. And with this one it is very important. You may end up getting killed quite a few times. That is no bother because you don't really lose out anything. So if you do get killed, just make your way back to the hangar and try and kill as many of the people as you can before you go and pick up the briefcase. The point of this mission is you'll need to pick up the briefcase and you won't have half of the weapons that I have if you are starting out. Obviously I could use the Duke of Death, but I'm going to show you how to do it with the deaths, as you will most likely not have a Duke of Death if you're starting out and you're playing legitimately, unless you've bought a shark card. And as I mentioned before, it does not matter if you do get killed. You can get killed in this mission as many times as they can within 30 minutes. It really makes no difference as long as you deliver the briefcase from this location to a waypoint that the game sets. There are 3 different locations where the game will want you to deliver the briefcase, so it does vary from mission to mission. Once you have cleared out all of the hostile NPCs, just go and pick up the briefcase and then make your way to the chopper. Now this next portion is quite important. If you're about to die, whatever you do, do not get into the chopper. Just wait next to the helicopter. Let the police shoot and kill you, and then run back from where you got spawned to the chopper. Pick up the briefcase. So you'll want to wait right here next to the door, let the police kill you, and then make your way back to the helicopter and get in. That way you will pick up the briefcase, and as you can see, because I faced the chopper towards the hangar, the police were behind me. They were shooting at me, but they were actually shooting the helicopter. So that gives me a chance to start the engine and take off before they get to the front of the helicopter where they can actually shoot me. Very important that right there, because otherwise you may end up destroying the chopper, which can seriously complicate the mission. And obviously once you have the goods, just deliver them to the location. Now sometimes you may be able to just land with the helicopter, kind of like what I just did. Obviously I wasn't expecting that. Sometimes you may have to land slightly further and walk onto the highlighted marker. And once you've completed the mission, as you can see, I got $17,000, so it'll award anywhere between $15,000 to $17,000. Not bad for a couple of minutes of work. And finally, the third and last mission that you will want to do is called Headhunter. Now this is slightly more difficult. It is, however, worth doing, as it awards somewhere around $23,000 to $25,000, depending on several factors, which I'm not quite sure what influences the price. However, the point of this mission is you will have to take out 4 targets randomly located on the map. Once you have completed the mission, as I said before, you will be awarded somewhere around $23,000, which again isn't half bad for the amount of time of work. Important to note is that in this mission you will have 2 stationary targets and 2 mobile targets. For the mobile targets, just drive up behind them and shoot out the target, then make your way to a safe location. and replace your vehicle if you need to. With the stationary target, you will have to be on foot because you will most likely not have a contraption or device or anything to help you out. If you do have a helicopter such as a Buzzard or an armored car such as the Duke of Death or the armored Kuruma, do use them as they will make this job that much easier. That is it for this guide, folks. I do hope that you have found it useful and have enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button, especially if you want to see more guides like this for GTA Online. Also, if you're new to the channel, why not check out some of my other videos and gameplays here on the channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Until next time, stay safe, folks.